In number 6, sketch the curve with equation y equals a to the x, where a is greater than 1, showing the coordinates of any points of intersection with the coordinate axis. So you need to sketch this part, and this is an exponential graph. Therefore, you know that when x is 0, y equals ax. So when x is 0, y is 1. Therefore, it's going to be, x is 0 means it's the y-intercept. So it's going to pass through the y-intercept point 0, 1. And you should know that any graph whose equation is y equals a to the x passes, has a graph which resembles this one, and especially that it's tangent to the x-axis and passing through the point which is the y-axis 0, 1. So you graph it for them. If it's a little bit like that, it's okay. If it's a little bit like that, it's okay. As long as you show them that it's asymptotic to x axis and passing through 0, 1. Now, they gave you the table, and this table shows the corresponding values of y and x for this equation. The values of y are given to 2 decimal places as appropriate, using the trapezium rule. Now, for the trapezium rule, you don't have to memorize it. They will give it to you in the formula booklet, and I think I have the formula booklet somewhere here. Okay, so this is what they are going to give you in the formula booklet. Now, be careful. You have to know H and what are these numbers for in order for you to do it. And you have to know what's Y0 and YN and Y1 and Y2. Therefore, let me first define, okay? Define the formula, and then we will so as I remember, y is equal to half h into y0 plus yn plus 2 times y1 plus etc. till yn minus 1. I think this is the formula. I will double check. Now, what's h? H is equal to b minus a over n. So let us start defining. This is a, which is the value of x. This is b, which is also the value of x. A is the first value in the table, b is the last value in the table. So we write it as 4 minus 2 over n is the number of strips minus 1. So strips means the columns that are found in the table. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 minus 1 is n. Therefore, this is equal to 2 over 5. Excuse me for 1 second. أنا عم بعطي صف برجع بحكيكي. يلا باي. Sorry guys. So it's 2 over 5. And we have to multiply it by half. As for the y's, each value for y is represented by y0 till yn. So in here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 y's, but we always start with y0. Now, if we started with y1, this would be y6. It doesn't matter. But since the formula starts with y0, you go for y0. So this is y0, this is y1, this is y2, this is y3, this is y4, and this is y5. Placing all of this in the formula, you're going to get 2 over 5 is 0.4 over 2, يعني as if you're multiplying half times 2 over 5. Then you add the 11 and the first term and the last term for y, plus 2 multiplied by the rest that are inside. So you are only plugging numbers in the formula. And for plugging the right numbers in the formula, you get a mark. Be careful. So you have to plug them in properly. Now, from this onwards, you just plug them in your calculator and you find the answer. So it's okay and fine for you to use your calculator and find the answer here. Any question for this step?
Miss, I have a question.
Yes.
Miss, I used a different formula from one of the videos you sent on Telegram, which is, you know, the width of strip divided by 2 times the first height plus 2 times the sum of the middle heights plus last height.
It's the same. It's commutative. Addition is commutative. So if you put it there, it's still the same. It's plus the number. I used here the formula. I used here to try and to make you use the formula if you forgot it.
Okay. Yeah.
Last time, no, in the video, I used it, or I memorized it, the formula like this: u0 plus 2 times u1 plus u2 plus u3 plus u4 plus u5. This is how I memorize it. But because they gave you the formula and I don't want you to memorize, this is why I use this to plug in the numbers like that. Hey, this is using it in order from u0 to u5. And this one here, you just take the u5 and add it to u0. Got it?
Oh yeah, okay, thank you.
Okay. Now we continue to the next number.
Miss, I just have like one quick question.
Yeah.
Since all the divisions like in the X, they're all of equal width, why can't we just do 2.4 minus 2 and we would get 0.4, which is 2 over 5, the same thing? Or they want us to show this?
They want you to use the formula, miss.
They want you to use both. Okay, thank you.
And okay, we're done. Now be careful when you're using the trapezium rule. You are finding the approximation. You're not finding, or you are estimating the area. You're not finding the actual close or exact area. Okay, trapezium rule is finding the approximation of the area. Using your answer to part B and making your method clear, estimate this. Now they are using this or your answer for that to find this one. So you're not going to go through it using the table anymore because this has a different table. So you have to use part B or the answer to part B to do part C. So first you have to make this one, which is 3x, 3 to the x plus 1 plus x, resemble part B. So they want you to, or you should take this that they gave you and try to make it resemble part B and use the value and try to find or estimate the answer. So you know that A to the 3, let's say, plus 1 is equal to A to the 3 times A to the 1. Same base multiplication, we add exponent. So we apply it here. And this is going to be 3 to the x times 3 to the 1. Is this step clear?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Then we want to reach, let me write it here. We want to reach 3 to the x plus x dx into 2, 4. Now, I need to have this on its own so I can use its value. So it's 3 multiplied by 3x plus x minus 2x. Now, why did we do this? We cannot take this number that resembles part B without having addition or subtraction. Yani because it's multiplication, you just cannot do 2, 4, 3 to the x times integrating 3 plus x dx so that it resembles this one. Because it's multiplication, you cannot separate it. You have to do something in order for you to have or in order for you to separate the integration. So this is why we took the 3 here and we combined these two together. In order to combine these two together, we have to subtract by minus 3. So in other words, let me explain it thoroughly. This is 3 to the x times 3 plus x. This is what you have to reach. You have to reach 3 to the x plus x. Here I have multiplication. Okay, how am I going to have this 3 to the x with this x? I have a plus here. So I need to use factorization. So if I factored the 3 outside, I would get 3 to the x plus. Now here I have a problem. I don't have a 3 here so that I can factor. So what can I do? I need to add minus 3x to the problem in order for me to factor the x. In other words, let me go backwards. If I want to expand this, what would I get? I'm going to get 3 times 3x plus 3 times x minus 2x. Now 3x minus 2x is going to give me 1x. So this is 3 times 3 to the x plus x. So this is this one. So I'm going to repeat it again. The aim is to reach from here, is to reach this one and use the number that we got. So I have a plus here in order for me to get 3x and x in one box or in one factor like this one. I need to do something, or I need to factor them. And what should I factor in order to get these together? I need to factor the 3. Now you're going to ask yourself, if I'm going to factor the 3 and I need a 1x here, so I should subtract by 2x. So this is going to be 3 alone, and then you're going to have 3x plus x minus 2x. So if you expand it now, you're going to get 3 times 3x, which is this one, then 3x, which I don't have here. But since I subtracted by minus 2x, this will resemble the x that I have. So having this, so it's going to be 3, you take it outside because it's a constant, so this is what it is. Whenever you have a constant inside the integration, you take it outside. You don't integrate it, yani it's the same. And then it's going to be 3x plus x dx minus this 2x dx. We already have the value for that, so you write it and multiply it by 3, and you integrate to x dx. Integrating to x dx is going to be x squared over 2, and you already have a 2, صارت x squared, and you implement the 4 and the 2, and you're going to get minus 16 plus 4, and this would be the value